Welcome once again to the review of the enhanced Double Zeta version kind. In a previous episode, I bastardized the kit, so let's get into the transformation. Now, while this kit is in its brutalized state, it would be the perfect opportunity to display the transformation of the kit. I mean, you don't want me to put it back into mobile suit mode and then transform it from there, right? So I will be referencing the manual because honestly, I'm pretty much clueless. I've been transforming him several times and I still don't know how to do it. Okay, so let's cover the easiest part of the transformation, which is the upper body. But the first step of the upper body transformation isn't with the body itself, it is with this double barrel cannon over here. Now all you have to do is, see the scope, push it down, flip the barrels over, so it looks like a little plane over here. Bring the barrels below, it comes with a joint, like that. And then that part previously, which is supposed to go up, you just push it down, put your finger inside there, it stays stuck down there. Open this part up, and that's about it. Now you work on the upper body itself. Whoops, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, now you work on the upper body itself. First things first, the arms. Get these out of the way, all nice like, just move them down as such. Replace whatever hands you have there with these closed fist ball jointed hands, or in fact do not put any hands in there at all, which is what I am going to do. You can't see the hand, so you can just skip it. And while we're in the process of skipping it, let's skip this because this is a pain. You're gonna spend a lot of time trying to fit this in, so just bring it up, take out these V-fins. Honestly, this is what I do. There, now he's prepared for transformation. So let's work with the shoulders first. Get your hands, grab on to the shoulder armor, and bring the hands out as such. And as you can see, they pop out like this. Normally they would be like this, but you want to pull these out, which lets the joint come loose, and then you can bring this down and flip it. So do the same with this arm. Oh god, this thing keeps coming out. Same with this arm, get it out there. This one turns and goes down. I think I got it out a little bit too much, so let's put this back a little bit until it is straight flush with the shoulders. No moving over there. There. So that's done. You can now work with the forearms. What do you have to do? Flip this part up, flip this part over, rotate this thing out, and there you go. The boosters come out. Now if you had a hand in there, you really couldn't see it unless you open this part, which no one does while it's in the plane mode. So repeat with this part. Open this latch, and turn it to reveal the boosters. There you go. That's about it. Now let's work with torso. Grab onto the back part here, and while you're at it, put one finger down there and pull this forward. Bring it up and flip this up as such and push it back down. See how the V-fin would have gotten in the way? Without the V-fin, it's just so much easier. So there you have it. That's about it for the upper torso. Now there's nothing to hold it, so it's gonna be real wobbly like this. Don't worry, it's safe to do this. This is a very sturdy kit, so yeah, you won't break anything. Don't be afraid. Now I can show you the mechanism that allows for the upper torso rotation. It's right here. Okay, back to the transformation. Get your double barrel cannon, and it's gonna connect at 2 points. These 2 points are going to connect into the body over here, and these 2 points will lock onto the cannon over here. So just align them nicely. See, if you had the V-fin on, even putting this on would be a hassle. So yeah, remove the V-fin just to save you time. And whoops, a little too strong there. Okay, put this in first, like that, and then clip this on like that. And there you have it. Oh, rotate this as so. There you have it. Nice upper body plane mode. Very intimidating, very big indeed. Okay, hold up. I think I should show you how to attach the core fighter while we're here. So get the core fighter, which you have already transformed into its core block mode simply by pushing this down, pushing this forward, compacting the wings. It's all nice like. So take the main unit, and first things first is pull these part out. Now this is not necessary, but it makes things a lot easier because you'll be using these later. Pull them out, make sure they're nice and loose. Flip out their little landing gears over here. Get your core block and shove it right there. Bam! In it goes. Now you don't have to close these parts, but just make sure they're out and tight, that they won't go back in. This one's having a little problem here. Alright, there we go. Okay, so these are out. Make sure these are open. And then there's a little blue piece here. Lift it up. So make sure this points outwards and make sure it shoves right in there. Plane mode all set up for the upper torso. Now let's move on to the hard part. This little thing, flip it inside, push this forward and bend it down, and while you're doing that, compact the bell bottoms as such. Push this thing up, take this thing out and remove the locks, pull it down, flip it, and when you're flipping it, push it forward, lift this open, push in this part of the leg, and that will reveal this. See that? So let's make a recap because this is super complicated. Okay, so you're done pushing this down, folding this up, removing the locks, pushing this one up, then you pull it down slightly, give it a little wiggle if it won't move, and then lift it up and push it forward. It will start to get loose over here, so while you're pushing this in, while you're pushing this, the rear heel in, compact this part, make sure everything stays nice and tight, engage the locks again, and then flip the feet up as so. Now we are done with the legs. All we have to do is simply rotate them forwards as such, and then turn these around. Once that is done, take a look at the rear skirt, and you're gonna just pull it. You're gonna have to pull it gently. God damn it. Okay, while we're at it, okay, you see this? See this? These little pegs? Yeah. There are 2 points here. One. Come on, focus. 1 and 2. So yeah, get it to the bottom point. Just take that and put it there, like that. Because if you don't, then this can't move to the back. So once you're done with that, move this to the back. What came off? Oh, So the knee armor. Just put it there like that. Okay, so in part 1 I mentioned that there was one modification to the kit that was detrimental to the transformation, and it was the leg armor. This is the reason why, because there are actually locks over here. And these locks are supposed to sit in to this part, like that. See? Supposed to go in like that. And then that's gonna stop it from moving. But since this doesn't have this, it's gonna lock to nothing and it's gonna start wobbling around like that. It's horrible. It's gonna shake. I don't like that at all. I mean, I could have thought of another way of doing it, right? But oh well, what's done is done. This is a premium Bandai kit after all, so yeah, can't complain much. It's a niche product. So yep, you have basically done the transformation for the bottom part. All you have to do now is just lift this up a bit, point this forward, all while suffering from the wobbliness. Okay, now let's attach the core fighter. Now you don't have to flip this part up because it just goes in like that. There you have it. This is the bottom part of the Double Zeta. Also comes with landing gears over here. Just pull them out like that. Oh god, the wobbly backpack really is something. And the crotch landing gear. Not forgetting that from part 1. Just like that. So there you have it. You can combine these two and they will form the G-Fortress. Now how do you do that? Just remove this core fighter and just put them on like that. Lift up the back lock that was used in mobile suit mode. It'd be a good idea to remove the arms at this point. And there you have it. Oh gosh, I hope you guys liked this video because it took a lot out from me just making this. It took a lot of time. There you go. Huge nasty plane. And this thing still falls down. So that's it for part 3. And this is the end of the transformation. So this is the end of the enhanced Double Zeta 3-part review. Before I forget, there are also clear pieces for the core fighter. Landing gear, as you can see here. Forgot to mention that throughout the entire 3-part video review. They give you 2 sets of these because there are obviously 2 core fighters. Just bought a Master Grade Saza Beaver car recently from Japan, Osaka, Joshin Kids Land. There was a sale, I couldn't resist, regardless of how big it was. But yeah, so I'm kind of afraid of reviewing these large kits because I have such a small gunpla desk to make all these reviews with. I'm currently painting this guy, the Jagdoga. It's not done yet, he's still covered in primer. I've done with some of the black parts and some of the gold parts, but he needs more touch up. So hopefully when I get him done, I need to buy thinner. I ran out of thinner while painting him, so hopefully when I get him done, I'll be reviewing him as well. And the Hama, which I have been procrastinating and not doing it because I was also afraid of reviewing such a big kit like this enhanced double zeta. So my thoughts on the kit, it's such an amazing kit. Despite all the complications, detail, and the magnificent proportion that Bandai put into it, they didn't skim out on the stability. I made it sound like it was pretty flimsy, but it's a transformable kit. So with such a complex and complicated transformation as this, and still manage to retain such integrity during its mobile suit form, that's really something. That's really a feat of engineering on Bandai's part. So that is my thought on the kit. I really like the design. I really prefer this over the first double zeta master grade, which had some wonky proportions. Yeah, sure, it was anime accurate, looks more towards the anime, but this just kills it. This just totally blows it out of the water. So thank you all for watching. See you guys next time.